Satnam, thank you so much for joining. My name is Jean. I'm a channel for creator consciousness to assist humanity in ultimately reconnecting with the most authentic core expression from creator, in innocence and purity. I want to share today about my experience I had with the judgment, with Christ. I think it is quite a profound story to tell, to share, and hopefully it would mean something to you as well. So when I was with these group of people, at one point we were all sitting together and this guy brought out mushrooms and I took a small piece. I'm very used to shroomies and weed and all those things, so we took the shroomies and we sat there, and each person that was sitting with me in that circle felt like represented a certain archetype or a certain god or a certain collective consciousness, etc., etc. And as I was sitting there, the guy that brought the shrooms was sitting on this pedestal-y thing, not a pedestal, but like a thing, and he was throwing these things at me, judgments, and just cock energy, bad energy. And in hindsight, it represents God's wrath to me, strangely enough. But I'm gonna get to that. Okay. Obviously, it should be opened and this was not an accident. No, it was. What? Anyway, what the fuck? Anyway. Anyway, yeah, it represented God's wrath to me, right? And so there were three people sitting next to me to my left that represented also judgment. People sitting on my right on that side, that like a group of people that represented the masses, judgment. There was a guy just next to me that represented to me the Christ, looked like Jesus, everything. Didn't really feel anything from him at any point during the thing, except for, I'm gonna get there. There sat two people that represented very specific people in my life. There was also this one person constantly being busy in the background with the other people, with the masses, and spreading things and telling stories and all those kinds of things. God showed me everything during this judgment day. And then with this old lady and this old woman, and this old guy, that was just in front of the Christ dude, there came another lady that started playing a drum. And when she started playing the drum, the medicine started flowing. To me, this lady represented the Holy Spirit for some reason. And yeah, as she was playing the drum, it was God was showing me everything that was happening. He was showing me what the people were judging me for. He was showing me my sins, my my darkness, all these kinds of things. And there was also this guy sitting behind that guy that represented my darkness or whatever, or the potential that I would be if I stayed there in some way as well. Am I making... Yes, I'm still making sense. Anyway, so I was going through this really intense process while this Holy Spirit lady was playing the drum. And I'm going through my consciousness, and I could feel that this guy, he was looking at me, he was very arrogant, bro, you're not God, my man. He was sitting there trying to throw these things at me. I could feel it, I could see how they are doing things to my timeline. I could see how this lady, this one girl that kept walking around, she was always busy with everybody, talking and this everybody represented a specific person in my life as well. And so God truly showed me everything, everything was confirmed to me during this judgment, right? But anyway, so during this experience, I was having all these experiences, seeing what people in my life have been doing, and God making me notice anyway, at one point I was like going through this internal thing in regards to my own character, in regard to like, it was like I was evaluating myself actually, you know, like my soul was being read, but I was like reading it myself. I was going through this internal process of my intentions, and you know, what am I truly, who am I truly, like my purity, like am I pure, am I evil, am I, that kind of vibe, you know, like much more profoundly, but you get what I'm saying, like and during this whole period I wasn't able to be anything but just my pure, like childlike self. Like I felt like I was just a child, like, you know, I felt like, you know. And as I got to this sudden realization of, oh my God, like I saw I saw my purity, I saw my innocence, I saw my true intention, like I saw what was happening, like I heard my heart speak to me. I heard my soul, like clear as day, speak to me. And I recognized my own purity, my innocence, my, you know, how the purity of my intentions, and my expression as well, you know, my expression, yeah, the purity in it, the innocence in it. So as soon as I got to that realization, I found the lighter that I was looking for, that was lying by the Christ dude's feet. And when I picked it up, he like looked, he all of a sudden like turned around and looked at me, because we haven't been in contact with anybody. I wasn't talking to anybody. Everybody was doing their own thing. This guy was like looking at me. These people were talking and like conniving. This one girl was conniving and doing the energetic spiritual things. Like proper timeline meddling shit, guys. You know, like spiritual warfare. But it's just a remembering. It's not war. It's just a remembering, guys. You know, anyway. Because it's just remembering, because all of a sudden this guy turns to me and he's like, wait a minute, you're Jean. I know you. And when he said that, it was just like, you know, I was just like, I remember like stretching backwards into a suitcase that somebody had placed there, to me representing moving, which happened, right? But like profound. A lot of weird things happened, like with the lady at some point like showed me pictures before this whole thing happened. She also showed me pictures of her breasts, and I was like, what the fuck, you know, why? But I know like that was also like a spiritual thing because of who this lady represented. It was like why are you gay, you don't like it, kind of vibe, you know. Very, very interesting. After going through that realization, that like the Christ kind of saying, like, oh wait, you're Jean, I know you. I don't know, the wounds that I've been feeling, the heaviness has just been dissipating. Like I find it so easy to, when people still throw like the cock at me, when they throw the shit at me, it's truly just like a, you know. Because I remember right after that, when their ceremony, their black magic, the last one was done, I remember them talking to each other. I don't know if they even thought that I could hear, or if they didn't know that I knew what was happening. I fucking knew the whole time, guys. Just by the way. I know you're still looking and listening and following. Like, I knew the whole time, guys. Surprise! Anyway, I remember this lady saying, it's impossible, nobody can carry that much light. And to that I say the Christ can carry that much light, which has been said continuously and would be continuously said. Yes. So the answer is the Christ, guys. It's the not okay what you say, you don't know that. Like, the answer is the Christ. Like completely. Like, I think I'm sharing this because there is a judgment coming. Like, it's a very personal judgment, and I tend to experience a lot of things way, way before the collective. You guys are going to start experiencing what I have been experiencing. I am here. Satnam, remember this. Please do. I am here for you. Don't think the world is going to end. Like I said, it's a very personal experience. It's a personal judgment. It's a personal ascension. And some people have even gone through it, you know. But the collective is going to start experiencing this now. And for this, I want to give a blessing just to sign off. blessing of ease and a blessing to remember the grace of God, the grace of Creator, which is the Christ, which is the mergence of your masculine and your feminine, embodying the inner child and living as a God in the physical. How much more? There is space and a place for everything and everyone through Creator, through Christ. Satnam. Inantanach ne eshenech vesuchtai hier. Hiveshonoch tanbak it evesene. Tamva. Indwanaya hindenedeneyenam. Nintoravanayeno. Nindokam tamvaihi. Indeneyeneyono. Indono hamtachaninve. Inshono shono hamtachintenyene. Satnam, thank you. So many blessings of love and joy.